It's Rachel and John. Welcome back to Jagoff Late Night. So glad to be here tonight. My favorite part of this show, obviously, is the fact that we have audience. You can come to 5 Foster Plaza, and you can check us out any happy hour 5 to 6 in Green Tree, right where all the absolute amazing radio stations are in the theater. But my favorite part is the fact that we get to eat, if you're looking at my lap by any chance. And so I'll cover it with my script so that people don't know exactly what's under here.
Right, and if you're listening on the radio or the podcast, make sure you go look at the video because you are going to want to see what we're about to say.
It's not a scratch and sniff,
Before we get to this, we always have to call out the people making life difficult for the rest of us good Yinzers, and those are the Jagoffs in our life. And this one I couldn't believe. I came around the clover leaf of I-79 from Route 65 to 79 to Neville Island, and there's a mattress laying in the middle of the clover leaf.
You were so enthralled by it that we had to go back. Yes. We went that way for something else the day after you wrote it, and you pointed it out and said, that's the mattress I wrote about.
So my thing is like, did you not get somewhere and somebody go, is the mattress?
Oh.
Right?
But it was so strategically placed right there. Somebody dumped it. There's no question.
Your lost and found is at the clover leaf of I-79, your Jagoff.
And
have your stuff.
Listen, we do claim to be term of endearment Jags, so essentially we like to talk about all the great things that are happening in Pittsburgh, but once in a while, yes, there are Jags that we have to call out. In this case, I'm going to bless myself first and tell you, this person is not a Jag. It is the bishop. He put a parking chair in the parking lot of St. Teresa's parking lot for a reserved space. And guess what? Nobody parked there because it was for the bish. And that is true because I took a picture of it and it is on the blog. He started this whole tradition of doing this amazing musical at Mount Carmel. And they literally put a parking chair out. I couldn't believe it. It was saved for the bishop. So check out that blog post.
Nobody puts bishop's parking chair in the corner.
Nobody. Yeah, that was good. You know a movie. I know. I'm impressed. John, talk about who's to the left of us. She gets almost 6 minutes to tell us
to the left.
Everything I want is in the box to the left.
The cool thing is that we get to eat Anita, Alfonsi. I even clarified, is it Alfonsi? And you said whatever. And I want to make sure we give you the due respect because you brought us some very good items here. Mad Bake Shop. So tell us a little bit about Mad Bake Shop.
Okay, so I'm a completely vegan bake shop. I also try every recipe as gluten-free, and if it is a success as gluten-free as well as with gluten, then I try to include it anywhere I can sell it. But I have had some pretty disastrous gluten-free tries. They're not all winners. But MAD stands for, everyone in my family thinks I'm crazy because I'm vegan, but also my sister's name is Maria, my name is Anita, and my little sister's name is Denise. So when they retire, they're going to join me.
Oh, okay.
So then we'll truly be the 3 MAD sisters.
The MAD sisters.
Yeah,
I like
for a bake shop. And I've only been vegan for 3.5 years. And once you go vegan, you find how hard it is to find. Sometimes it's not that hard, but stuff that I grew up on, like gobs and biscotti and just like banana bread, things like that. And so that's why I started doing this. And some of that's what I brought you today.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So let's talk about that.
Well,
right?
Before you do, what made you go vegan?
I'm not
what
waiting.
was that? Okay, go ahead.
Before that, for 27 years, I was a vegetarian. So I always kind of thought about going vegan, but I finally did it.
I know. I already started on the banana bread. I can't help it. Tell us what we're eating. John's eating a gob. Go ahead.
So It's a gluten-free and vegan chocolate gob with vegan buttercream frosting in the middle.
Of course it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Vanilla buttercream.
Yes,
yeah.
It's delicious.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Can you tell it's gluten-free?
No, I grew up on gobs because I went to the Irish Catholic Church in McKees Rocks, and that was gobs were an Irish thing.
Oh, were they?
Yes, that's why I grew up as a fat
We
kid.
just found that. Yeah. Oh my God, we just found that out.
That's why I had the husky genes.
Is this confession hour with John? I don't know. It's
all right, and so then I did see this on your website or your Facebook page. It's banana bread with pistachios, right?
Pistachios, and then there's a crumble on the top that is pistachio matcha. And
it is so good.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I did put a little bit in the bread as well, but I can't taste the flavor as well. It sort of is like a little bit earthy, and I was hoping it would carry, but I might have to increase that.
Oh, my God.
If someone was looking to maybe sort of slide into this and not go full, okay, I'm now a vegan, what would be your suggestion? How would they start that?
Maybe like one meal a
Substitution, yeah.
week or one day a week, and just see if you can do it. I mean, because one day a week would be 3 different meals, and you'd see if you like the, vegan yogurt, or, I mean, listen, tofu scramble. Sometimes I just saute spinach, put it on toast, and sprinkle nooch and sesame seeds on it.
So did you have an impetus to do this? It was just sort of, I want to change things. Was it a health change?
it
not
was
to get too personal. I mean,
no,
this
that's
is
okay.
Dr. Phil, but
it was probably more for the animals, like the
okay.
fact that I'd rather not have anything to do with the production of those
see.
products.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, my parents are from Italy. They think I'm, that.
Bleep.
Crazy.
I know.
Right.
I
Understood.
mean, when I was vegetarian and I'd come home for, and visit my parents, they'd be like, "What are you going to eat? We bought you cereal and cheese. We don't know what else you
And those
eat.
go
What
together
could
in
you
my book, to be honest
possibly
with you."
eat?" And to keep the Catholic thing going on Fridays during Lent, they would call me and they'd be like, "Don't forget, don't eat a meat today." And I'm like, "Dad, I never eat meat." He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
Oh my gosh.
So
I tasted everything
This
on
is
this plate.
unbelievable. Oh, wow.
Phenomenal. I mean,
Okay,
there's
so
nothing that I didn't like. Go ahead.
so
I gotta
the
catch up.
You have to catch up.
The chocolate chip cookies are based on a chocolate chip bakery in New York. So they're made with extra virgin olive oil and tahini instead of eggs, butter, milk, whatever.
Unreal.
Listen, for the record, we ask anyone who is bringing us these delicious delights, bring one little taste for everybody. You went all out, and we cannot wait to feast on this. So the audience gets to try it out. Anita, where can everybody find out more about you? Online?
So I have a Facebook presence and an Instagram presence, and I'll be releasing where I'll be soon. But I'm definitely going to be on April 26th starting my season at Veg Fair.
Woohoo! That was a good
Yeah.
segue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's at Rockwell Park on April 26th.
Oh, we were there, John.
Yeah.
We were at Rockwell Park. Yeah. Go ahead.
And so I'll be there, and then I'll have announcements. I also have some events already scheduled for Moon Market. Sorry, yeah. You'd have thought the way I was rehearsing with this
I
microphone
know.
that I was a natural.
You said
but-
it. You said it, Anita.
And that's granola, which started the whole thing off, and it's
I won't chomp in the microphone.
it's
unless you
my
will do that off air.
it's the product that started it all off. It's all nuts and seasonings. There's no oats in it. There's no gluten in it. No
It
honey.
looks amazing.
Nothing.
Listen,
Thank
it
you.
is John and Rachel, you Jagoff Late Night. We are going to run out to our friends at People's Gas. But in the meantime, Anita, we understand that you did bring us a junk drawer gift. Is that true?
I did.
Okay.
It's R-rated, but
Oh.
it's
All right.
it's off the side. But
Okay.
Okay.
I'll save it for
Dun,
you
dun,
guys.
Oh, we'll tell you what it is. But Anita, we absolutely adore all of this. We cannot wait to see you on April the
Thank you.
26th. We wish you nothing but the best. Please
you.
support local, and we hope you come back and feed us again.
I will.
Okay.
God.
You heard it
And
here.
everybody gets one, and everybody else gets one,
Yeah.
but we get 2. Yeah. It's John and Rachel, your Jagoff Late Night.
Excellent.
It's John and Rachel.
And I'm Nick with People's Natural Gas.
And this is a Jag Brag.
Well, it's been a chilly winter here in Western Pennsylvania, but our team at People's has been working around the clock to keep you safe and warm without busting your budget.
We at Peoples believe that everyone deserves the peace of mind to keep their homes warm during the cold winter months. Just like extra layers of clothing protect us from the cold, we have our customer assistance programs that protect people in need.
Layers. I could use layers right now. Like what? Like what?
First, we have a program that's open to all income levels, budget billing, which spreads peak season costs over the course of the year. CAP is our main program. It provides an income-based monthly payment to provide a more predictable bill. Our team also helps customers apply for grants from the Dollar Energy Fund and LIHEAP, which can further help cover winter heating costs.
Well, these are good layers, and those are good programs to help make big bills into smaller bills. What about if people have issues with their home that they need to fix?
Yeah, we do that too. You might be eligible for weatherization upgrades, which make your home more energy efficient, saving you money. And Peoples provides emergency repair assistance to help cover critical heating system repairs to help keep you warm through the winter months.
Well, Danielle, now I feel all layered up, ready, so bring on the cold.
Great. Well, if you or anyone you know needs help keeping your home warm this winter, please give us a call, 1-800-400-WARM.
You can also go to peoples-gas.com. We have a program finder there that's quick, free, easy to use, anonymous, You can find out what programs you're eligible for. We're here to help you make lives better for everyone in our community.
It's John and Rachel. I know that John is chewing, so I will talk a little bit more. But I have to say, Anita did the perfect segue because there is an amazing festival fair that's happening April the 26th. And two brainchildren behind it are here. How many years has this been going on? Welcome, Leila and Natalie. Welcome here. But tell us, how long has this event been happening?
Well, Veg Fair, this is the second year for Veg Fair.
Okay.
So it's fairly new. But
Yeah.
Veg Fest, this is going to be the 11th year for Veg Fest.
Wow.
We celebrated a decade last year.
Yeah.
We're really proud of that. And part of the reason we started Veg Fair last year was really kind of as we're going to throw a party for our 10-year anniversary and kind of do something a little different, a little fun. Everybody's looking for something to do in the spring. And we just wanted to kind of add on to, our annual Veg Fest.
I love that. And John, you can attest that you've been there before.
I have been there. And,
Loved it, hands down.
As a matter of fact, I'll keep this story short because this is really about you guys, but my nephew and his wife, they got married, and there was a vegan
ceremony
reception at a bar. And so we stopped at McDonald's to feed me and my kids.
I know,
right?
right?
On the way.
Good face,
We're like, oh
good
my
face,
God.
right.
Well, when we got there, we were so disappointed that we had done that because it was so good. It was just so good. So completely
turned
turned my...
him.
Yeah.
Who's your nephew? Maybe we know him.
His name's Dennis. Dennis? Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know a dentist?
Yeah,
Anyone in the room know a vegan
the
dentist?
dentist. Yeah, he's the dentist. No, as a matter of fact, and I used to go
find
get
him
him
on
vegan stuffing for
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And so, anyways, it's all. I had to buy two because I eat one on my way home. So, what turned you guys on to vegan, or have you both always been vegan?
No, I was vegetarian for a long time.
Okay.
And, I started to wonder, I always considered myself an animal lover. And then I started to really wonder, we're just so disconnected from the process.
Sure.
And, really what happens in those slaughterhouses and things. And then once you really get to understand fully what goes on, it's just something I didn't want to be any part of. And so about 10 years ago, I went from vegetarian to vegan, and I just stayed that way ever since. So.
Okay. And what about from a health aspect? Does it make you feel better? Did you notice anything different that way?
I definitely think so. I mean, I think that it helps a lot with just, weight and stuff too. Also,
Sure.
I think that it's more stable. I don't fluctuate in my weight like I used to.
Right.
But also I feel better because I do feel like the process of that meat is just so horrific, and eating that and, having that in my body is something that I just don't want to do, and it makes me feel better not to.
Now, 10 years ago, I don't know that Pittsburgh was as open to this kind of idea then,
Definitely not.
right? Because we're always slower to kind of respond to this, but probably people, I think of Anita just earlier said, about, Italian, traditional Italian, they're like, what's wrong with you, right? So obviously, have you seen a large turn as far as people being turned on to this, or is it still a slow turn for Pittsburgh?
I think it definitely has been slow going and a little bit of a rocky road. If you talk to a lot of people that eat vegan and plant-based, they would say, oh, we lost all these great restaurants, and we have lost a lot of great restaurants in the area, but there's always new ones popping up, and we just have to support, the vegan restaurants that we do have, the vegan options that we do have. And Pittsburgh, it is a pierogi town. I don't like to say meat and potatoes because it's more a pierogi town. But we do have a lot of industry here and a lot of, kind of progressive ideas and stuff. We have the old and the new, I like to say, together. So there's no reason that, we can't also have plant-based and vegan options, and we just have to do our best to support those.
And so you have festivals, you have fairs. Tell us about what can we expect on April the 26th. Give us all the details. We want to know what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the date is April 26th, and it's from 11 to 4. And so basically, it's a smaller festival than Veg Fest. It's kind of like a preview of what it's going to be like. It's indoors, so it's nice, rain or shine. And we have a lot of the same vendors that we have at Veg Fest. So you can get all kinds of like really healthy food to more fair festival food. And then there's a lot of like small vendors, like cruelty-free products. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's free to the public. So you can come and just look around and shop and eat some really good food. And it's a fun time. It's a fun family day.
So really, it's easy for us. We're all foodies at heart, right?
Yeah.
So we talk about as we just ate this plate full of food, but it's really a commitment to a lifestyle, wouldn't you say? So really, you're committed to more than just eating healthy or eating, not eating animals. So
yeah, definitely. This is my 20th year being vegan, and I was vegetarian before that. As you guys have, talked to everybody here, it's like a gateway drug to veganism.
Right, exactly.
Being vegetarian, right? And we didn't have the options that we had when I went vegan 20 years ago, or when Natalie went vegan 10 years ago. And so I always tell people there is no excuse these days to not at least be open to the idea of replacing some of your animal products and the cholesterol-laden products with healthier plant-based versions. And as far as the health aspect is concerned, the studies do show that obesity, heart disease, and different kind of health issues like that can be cleared up by a whole foods plant-based diet. It is a little harder because we have all these like amazing cupcakes and frozen pizza and junk, I guess you would say. But the important thing is it's still a superior product to the animals that are being bred and killed to end up basically in grocery stores and on your plate. Like Natalie said, we are really disconnected from the process, and it's just not an industry that we want to support. And I know that most people would say that they love their dog and they wouldn't eat their dog and they wouldn't, they don't want to cause harm to animals. So I just think overall, Yinzers and Jagoffs alike need to, think like, is this an industry that I want to be supporting? Could I choose something healthier, even if it is only one day a week? And nowadays, like, it does taste good, I promise you. And if you're not sure, come to Veg Fair.
I was just going to say, that's it. If you're shy, just show up there and start walking around tasting. It's free. It's literally the way to just
be
get
there.
turned on
We'll
to
have
it,
some food trucks outside. Brewster's will be there. Pita Land will be there. Brewster's will have all their oat milk, some flavors there. Shadow Benny, that's an all-vegan restaurant. Onion Maiden will be there doing nachos and dogs. They call them their dogs. It's like a veggie dog, like a hot dog. And I mean, so many sweets and just small businesses and nonprofit animal organizations that we should be supporting. Like, these are small businesses and people in our community. And just the fact that, it's cruelty-free and no animals were harmed is just a bonus. So please come and see us on the 26th.
So well said.
Thank
you. I know, Leila, we talked about this. We've talked to you a couple of times, about the events
so nice
that
to
you've
see
done.
you guys in person.
Yeah, finally you're in person and we can really connect and understand why this is so important. And kudos to you guys that you are helping move this initiative through Pittsburgh, which, we tend to be behind the times. So the fact that you're leading this, we certainly appreciate it. Yeah, and the more that you can bring us bowls of sweets like that.
Now can we go to the really important question of the day?
Okay,
we have a question of the day of every podcast. Right?
Natalie, it's all you.
So and you both have an opportunity to answer. Our question of the day is, when you were a kid, you were forced to eat vegetables. Maybe I know I was, and there was something I hated. I despised as a kid, but now I love them, and they're Brussels sprouts. Would there be a vegetable like for you all, or you always did like veggies?
I always
I don't know. I think I always liked veggie.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was always,
All right.
I was always a big veggie lover.
Okay.
We're both Lebanese, so we eat a lot of, Lebanese food, and so we did eat. Growing up, and we both ate a lot of vegetables. Yeah, it was a thing.
Understood.
And so,
Same answer.
Well, so I did not care for Brussels sprouts growing up. I do like them now. I don't love them. Depends how they're cooked. But I was so anti-mushroom.
Me too.
And now,
Oh my God, it's on my plate all the time. Yes.
My husband and I, when we met, we didn't like mushrooms, and now we like mushrooms together, and we eat them, and we're adventurous.
The edible mushrooms. Well, edible's not even, that's another term.
Well,
I'll
take any. But you know what's interesting is because 20 years ago there wasn't the options. I didn't have an option. I had to get the portobello burger or the zucchini and stuff I didn't eat. I actually was. Instead of giving things up, I was forced to actually expand my palate and have more options. And so I'm better because of it.
There you go. Where can everybody find out more information?
You can go to our website at pittsburghvegfest.org.
Easy.
Or our Instagram. It's Pittsburgh Veg Fest, and our Facebook.
Easy enough.
It's
All
Rachel and John. It's late night. Now, we didn't ask you the first, our really, really big question is, did you happen to bring us a junk drawer item? Oh, here it comes.
And then pass it down.
Oh, you were talking about this.
Pittsburgh vegans. Oh, and it's a pin with a penguin on it. Right.
Yeah,
So
it's trying to
tell
look
us
like
about
the pen.
the story about this.
That's one of our Veg Fest vendors, and stay tuned for the summer announcement for Veg Fest. But it's one of our Veg Fest vendors, and it's an enamel pin, and it kind of looks like the pens, but it's the vegans.
I love this. And I just think we need to have a promise. We have to bring you back on in the summer so
Yes.
that we can talk about it again.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, so much. We really appreciate you spreading the word, and we will have you back anytime to talk about all this goodness. Stay with us, because next up, it is our annual library talk. We can't wait. John and Rachel, you
I'm
Jagoff late
Scott
night.
Baker, president and founder of 5 Generation Bakers. You probably know us for our famous Jenny Lee swirl bread. We know Jenny Lee is delicious on its own, but we want to answer this question. How do you swirl with Jenny Lee?
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible, removing carbon and making a product, not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
And they really did become iconic to the point where he no longer shares the story of what they mean to him or why he painted them, because he wants everyone who sees them to have their own connection with it and what do they mean to that person. You may remember starting in 2017, they did a renovation on this bridge and they disappeared. But they did an online campaign, raised money, and he was allowed to go back up. It took him 8 hours. He went back up there and the geese were back. And, we're calling it, of course, the 10th Street Bridge. But as Pittsburghers like to do, we like to rename bridges after people who were so important to the city. So it's also the Philip Murray Bridge. So I want to talk about him for a second. If you're not familiar, he was born in Scotland and immigrated here with his family in the early 1900s. And he was a steelworker and became the first president of the United Steelworkers of America.
It's Rachel and John late night, and we're talking all the vegan and vegetarian. And you're like, where do I find out information on how to do that? Well, the library would be a good place.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow.
How about that segue?
He's good.
It's it's Oscar winning at that point.
It
So
is.
no, it is. It is National Library Week, and our next two guests are from the Northland Library, and we've been up there when we used to do our podcast on the road. We came up to visit you guys, right?
It's become an
Yes?
annual thing since then. This is, I think, the third time that you've been on since we've been there. We love that place.
We love having you.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
outside was so
Thanks,
fun.
Alexis. Yeah.
Yes.
But this
Alice
is
was like,
perfect because it's
we love it
National
outside.
Library Week.
There you
so
go.
we can, we love the library 365. We only close like 4 days a year.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Should I take you to task? What 4 days do you close?
Christmas, Thanksgiving,
New Year's.
New Year's. One other.
So the
We'll find out.
good news is you
Fourth
get
of
4
July.
days more off
Yeah.
than the Jagoff media people.
Yes,
get.
yes.
Yes,
Another
for
fun
sure.
fact, and I can't believe I didn't know this before. Northland is the second largest library in Allegheny County.
Yes.
I did not know
By,
that.
Yes.
by book count, by membership,
We are the second by
Circulation.
we are number one in
We're
circulation.
number one in circulation.
The Carnegie
They're gonna
Library of
argue.
Pittsburgh, the main branch in Oakland, is
Yeah, okay. You
technically
have told us that.
larger than we are,
Yes.
but we circulated more than 1 million physical items last year. So that's for the third year in a row. That's the
Look
books,
at you.
books, magazines, DVDs. You can check out a ukulele. You can check out an American Girl doll. So we're really proud of our collection. And then, not to mention, the million doesn't include all of the electronic resources you can download online. We had a lady stop by last night who said, I don't actually come to the library, but I love your Libby app, and I read all my ebooks online. So I know we've talked before about
we
do you-
have.
Yeah.
do you read on your Kindle or do you read a physical book?
Yeah.
And, you know.
Well, and I'm
serve
not
it all.
saying this for you to say, oh, thank you, but I can't tell you how many times John and I have even just on the podcast referred people to come because it is such a resource. And it is in the North Hills, obviously, but come on, Pittsburgh, we can drive a little bit to get to somewhere that has the resources.
Wherever you live in
that
Pittsburgh,
guys
there
do.
is a library
Yeah.
in your service area.
Yeah.
So it's
No, you do great things. But you're here especially today to talk about your big event that happens this time every year, and you have amazing little gifts that aren't for us. So what are they?
Maybe they are for you.
They are for you.
I didn't want to assume.
They are for you.
I mean, I wore your T-shirt.
I know. Well, that's a segue into wearing our T-shirts because we're wearing our buttons,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
not our T-shirts because we have our annual garden gala. So, Alexis, do you want to talk about what the theme is? Because everybody
we like
loves
to
a
have a
theme.
literary theme. Last year was The Great Gatsby, which was hard to top. That was really fun. Everyone turned out in their flappers and gangster attire. But we are taking a trip down the rabbit hole this year with an Alice in Wonderland theme. Also because our library is undergoing a major $4 million construction project. So we are plowing ahead with our event in the midst of all the craziness down the rabbit hole. But we're still having a great selection of local food and beverage vendors. I think we might have picked up another one tonight. Anita,
we're so excited.
Anita,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
love
come.
that.
I love when that happens.
Yeah, the connections are made, but it's down the rabbit hole. If anybody remembers the old Northland, we had the big spiral staircase in the middle.
Right.
It is gone.
Yes.
It is gone.
Yeah. Is
And
that what you're here to tell us, Alice? You're
It's
like,
exciting.
it's not there.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. And we have some exciting things happening with that new Northland that's happening. So the Northland Public Library Foundation is the host of our garden gala every year. So we are excited.
Yeah, so as the fundraising arm of the library, we have the traditional silent auction, 50-50, but since we're the library, we always like to have a special, literary fundraiser. So we brought along some of these are called Blind Date with a Book. We thought you guys could pick your favorite genre. So we like to say upcycled, but we get amazing brand new Red Ones books that are donated, and then we repurpose them. And so these, for Alice in Wonderland, you also get a little tea packet and some honey and a bookmark. And in here, this is a mystery thriller. I don't know what your choice would be.
You guys
we
get
got
to pick.
romance.
Oh.
What do you have, Alice?
We have
For me, romance better be about a chocolate chip
historical
cookies.
fiction
Yes.
and contemporary fiction. So what are you picking?
I'll take historical fiction for 500.
Alex, historical fiction. There you go.
I don't know. You guys choose. Maybe romance. Maybe romance. Maybe romance.
I love a good romance.
I know,
There
and
you
I
go.
loved how that was sort of dressed up. You guys, look
This
at
is
this.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, so $15 at the event, but for you guys.
Oh my God,
For
these
you
are the
guys.
most expensive junk drawer gifts we've ever had in our whole lives.
Even the junk drawer yet. We're coming up with
Holy
that.
smokes, and they just keep coming and coming. So tell me a little bit about how the gala is different than going to be more fun than anybody else's.
Well, Alice in Wonderland is a great way to have inspiration
Sure.
from the theme. So we have we're gonna have a croquet court.
Giant
Off
croquet
with the
court.
heads. We're gonna have costumed characters. We will have our own talented Mad Hatter and Queen of Hearts roaming around. And
So we're not just sitting around listening to speeches. we
No,
are
this
having
is such
a
a
good
fun event.
time,
Yeah,
right?
there's no sit-down dinner. We
Yes.
feature local food and beverage vendors.
Yes.
You can grab food. You have a glass of wine. You're like walking around the library. It's a really cool, unique event.
So you get to see the library. So some people, who see the electronic books never have a chance to actually be inside of our library, especially with all the changes happening. So it's an opportunity to be inside the library. We have signature cocktails. Our vendors are truly amazing. They're community members that are featuring, what their specialty is. And our library brings community together. And what better way to celebrate community, but bringing it all together at the library. So
smart. So for someone who hasn't gone, how many years have you been doing this?
the
theme?
gala. It started. It started in 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously you theme it each year, which is lovely every single time. But first of all, how would someone dress? Like, what are you two wearing?
I have a dress that's sort of Alice inspired. It's not
okay.
a costume, but it's a blue and white dress.
I love that you said it's not costume. Yeah, because that would be my thing. I could not be costumey, but it's inspired.
Yes.
So that helps people sort of see. You can come in a costume.
You can. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can come in a costume. You can come in jeans. We don't care.
Right.
But it's. Last year was the first year we had a theme where people really embraced it and dressed up, and that was super fun. So we're.
And so for someone who hasn't come, quick overview of what to expect. You get your drink, you mill around, there's this going on the entire time, and it benefits the library, correct?
Exactly. So there's lots of activities. We have great raffle baskets that we have a really great team. So besides the board members, we have people that are not on our board who just want to help us put this event together. So we have probably over 30, 40 people that are just helping us put this event together because they love the library. So we transform the inside of the library like you haven't seen it. So when you go in the library and you're in, it's not a night that you go, shh. It's a night to celebrate the library, celebrating the community. Yeah. It's a night to see everybody.
Now it's a challenge logistically because until 3 p.m. always we're a fully functioning public library, and then shut the doors. The patrons leave, and then move all the tables, push things into the stacks, set up the food, It's a really
the only thing
experience.
We didn't say, what's the date?
Saturday, April 26th.
It's the same. See the theme?
But it's in the evening, so you can do both.
You can do it in the day.
Yes. Right. Yes.
You can do both.
So the most important
get your veg on and then go to the library.
Is where does everybody get a ticket?
They go to northlandlibrary.org.
Okay.
Easy. And the VIP is sold out, but we have plenty
Got
of
it. Now, the
tickets.
really most important question is our question of the day. So, and you might have heard us ask it to our previous guest. Was there a vegetable that you hated as you just despised it as a child, and now you love it? You can't live without it.
Team Brussels sprout, team mushroom?
Broccoli.
That's a good one.
So I have to say my mom, love her, but she would steam the broccoli and it was all mushy. Sometimes she would melt some Velveeta on top and then I would choke it down. But then as an adult, I've learned how to roast broccoli. You just toss it in olive oil, salt and pepper, put it in the oven. Now I love it. So
okay, good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
So Rachel, you know my mom. We ate
God,
every vegetable, every
Yeah.
vegetable that it was. But I would say probably Brussels sprouts. But I think for the same reason, it was super mushed down, and so that made it tough. And I think the smell in the house after having it mushed down was not good. But now, I love it, and I love to roast it too. And some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and sea salt, and a little pepper is amazing.
Now we're all hungry again, so we need to bring those sweets back out.
They were so good.
It is always a pleasure to have you both. Oh, we have a junk drawer gift.
We do
beyond
have
this.
Yes, we do.
It is John and Rachel, your Jagoff Late Night. We are so excited that we get more gifts from you guys, so hit us up.
So I have, a undone from Christmas, a nutcracker. So we can safely win the lottery card, and then 2 tattoos that are children's book related.
Right.
So
here's what
you
we're
can
gonna
be
do.
a big winner tonight.
And we will go to break, and we will scratch this. And if we don't come back after the break,
we out.
We're
winners.
We run. Yeah.
You guys, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you. We hope we see you on April the 26th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
It's Rachel and John, your Jagoff Late Night.
KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. Ben. Wow.
What are we doing in here, John?
Ben, I can't get this to go. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I need 22 liters per minute come out of there when I shower.
22 liters per minute?
Yeah.
Well, you got the wrong shower head.
Okay.
22 liters per minute.
All right.
So what you want to do is there's a couple different options. Get rid of this guy. You can get yourself one with a nice one.
Yeah.
You got stuck in this tight space. That would
Yeah.
definitely work for, a little undercarriage cleaning, if you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. Yeah.
Get rid of this, get one of those, and then you should be ready to go.
Oh, man.
Can you watch where you're at next time you call me?
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
How is it? So this is your grandmother's recipe.
Yeah.
So what is the connection here as far as we're talking about LLS and?
So the thing with this is that I've had so many people in my life affected by cancer. My grandmother being one of them, who actually lost her life to cancer in the early 2000s. So it just means a lot to me that we are giving back. I currently have friends that are currently battling cancer. And so when someone reached out to me about doing this, it just felt like it was the right fit.
Yeah.
Because, this year for me is about focus and purpose and doing things with a purpose. And so when someone came to me and asked me to do this, I was like, that just feels like it's the right time. It's the right thing.
Right.
Oh, good. Please don't turn into scrambled eggs. scrambled eggs yet.
Anita and Rachel, welcome back. You Jagoff late night.
We're back because we didn't win.
Yeah, we did not win. But please make sure you are checking out our G-Jets and our Where You Ads. Tressa did a great job. We had a little Bradley action this week, and we were on a bridge. So there you go. We want to see your neighborhood. Let us know where we should come next. But where I want to go next is wherever this gentleman is performing. My father has spoken so highly of you. Joel Lindsey, I'm so happy that you are here because literally he has said a million times, this guy is the real deal. What a great musician. And I finally get to meet you. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you. And I love Johnny Angel too.
Yeah.
I admire him massively.
Yeah. And is that a real accent?
My accent is real,
Okay.
yeah. I'm originally from Southeast London. I moved to Pittsburgh 18 years ago, which is
Wow.
unbelievable.
Directly to Pittsburgh, no other.
Well, originally we moved to Beaver County, which is where my wife Amy is from. Shout out to Amy and my son Levi, and our new dog Rudy. We just got a new dog 2 days ago. Yeah,
What's up, Rudy?
I know.
Yeah,
Our 6-year-old son, we got him this little puppy from the shelter, and he's in love.
Aw, so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
you went
anyway.
to Beaver County
Yeah, so,
and now
so,
Pittsburgh.
so Amy's from Beaver, so we lived in Beaver for a short while, and then we were Northsiders for many years, and
Northside representing, Lori.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then more recently, we moved to actually like Crafton, Green Tree area. So I pretty much walked over here.
So we could literally call you anytime.
Yeah, I'll come in just last minute, just walk over.
I love it.
Be the staple
What kind of
guest.
music do you play usually?
So when I first moved here, I was all about being a songwriter, and then as with a lot of people, you get into if you want to make some money, normally you've got to learn a few cover tunes. So, I make my living out here as a working musician, performing in bars, restaurants, just wherever they'll have me and pay me a few dollars.
What's the one song you just
Will not.
It takes more than $1 tip to make you sing it, cover tune?
All the ones that you already know. It's Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison.
Oh, you're
John
my man
hates
now.
Van
We're
Morrison.
best
John
friends
hates
'cause
Van Morrison.
I do
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
we're best friends.
I'm not a Beatles fan though.
Oh, what?
Right, where does that come from?
I can't even. I'm leaving. Right? Yeah. That's a real faux pas for me. Like anybody who says they don't like the Beatles, I honestly.
Well,
I never had anyone
super
react
secret of this is that the guy who you just proclaimed to love does not like the Beatles either, and guess what? That's where she gets it
I
from.
swear, yeah.
I'm in the wrong place.
Right? No, we're buds. We're buds because we don't like Van Morrison and we do like the Beatles. I appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
listen, where does everybody find your music and follow you where you're going to be?
Well, I most typically post my little video clips on Instagram. So find me at Joel Lindsey, singer guitarist. You'll see where I'm playing. Like I said, I play in all the bars and restaurants around town. A big part of my work is private events. So in the summer months, I do a lot of weddings and corporate events, all that kind of thing, to pay the bills. But I'm here, there, and everywhere.
You're dedicated to
A
the
true
mission.
musician. That's
Yeah,
the best part.
I'm all over Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All right. Big question of the day.
Yeah, the veggie.
Some veggie you did not like as a kid, but now you can't live
I
without.
heard you saying mushrooms. I hated mushrooms. My
Yeah.
parents had to hide mushrooms in the meals, and I would sort of dissect the meal until I'd find one, and then I'd flip out and just wouldn't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you like them?
I don't know why they did that to me. It wasn't necessary. Really.
But do you like them now?
I love them now.
Yeah, me too.
I
Isn't
do.
that funny?
I
Wonder
do.
what happens.
Yeah.
Joel, I am so excited to hear you perform. But beforehand, did you bring us a junk drawer gift?
I did. So I think in growing up in England, it's very common in the junk drawer to have just random old coins.
Okay.
But in England, our coins expire. So what I bought you, this is very special. This is an expired pound coin. So I guess
Check it out.
before it was expired, it would have been worth about maybe $1.70 or something.
Okay.
But this is probably worth bupkis now.
All right, listen.
And it's yours.
It is mine. It's worth nothing.
Yeah.
Check out our friends from MadeInPGH, and then you get to hear Joel's song, John and Rachel, You Jagoff Late Night.
Hey everyone, my name is Channing with MadeInPGH. I am here to give you the 4-1 to-dos tonight. And the first thing I'm going to start with is our Best Bites event. This one is super exciting because this is the food truck edition. It's happening on April 26th from noon to 4 at Moon Park. And Moon Township is my hometown, so I'm excited to bring this event there. We rounded up 20 different amazing food trucks in Pittsburgh, all in one place for you to go around and sample. We'll definitely have some favorites in there like Millie's ice cream truck and Boyd and Blair for some cocktails, international cuisine, Italian, Mediterranean, all kinds of different foods for you to try that day. Pittsburgh is really known for having some amazing food trucks, so we're really excited to just bring a bunch of them into one place for you to try. And feel free to bring blankets or chairs and make it a cozy little picnic in the park. There'll definitely be live music from their amphitheater. There'll be picnic benches and pavilions, so you can definitely bring all your friends, all your family, and enjoy the day. We're really hoping for some great weather, and Moon Park is such a great destination for this. Be sure to go to madeinpgh.com/bestbites to check out the full line of food trucks that will be there, and tickets are on sale now, so grab yours quick because I know we'll sell out. Next on my list is the Easter Sunday brunch at Revel downtown. They're known for their thoughtfully crafted meals and just a warm, modern, welcoming atmosphere. So Sunday, April 20th from 10 to 3, they will be serving up their Easter Sunday brunch. There will be carving stations, waffles and pastries, made-to-order omelets, and Revel highly recommends making your reservation ahead of time, so feel free to head to their website or give them a call to make those reservations. They have valet parking, and of course, there's street parking garages all around there, so you won't have to worry about that. The final thing on my list is I wanted to catch you up on all the new offerings at Stage AE. They are doing a 412 day offering fee-free tickets, so show up on April 12th to celebrate 412 Day. You can purchase any ticket for the 2025 season fee-free. So purchasing your tickets with no additional fees. They will also be offering fee-free Fridays. You can go to MadeInPGH.com to check out the dates. Just remember that you have to physically go to the box office to get those fee-free tickets. They're also offering quick passes and Twisted Tea tailgate passes. These are to enhance your experience. They'll be opening the doors a little bit earlier for the people that have these passes. That way you can secure your seat and kind of get in before the doors open, before the line starts. So be sure to check out MadeInPGH.com to learn more about those passes. And you can also check out the full lineup of shows for the 2025 season. That's all I have for you this week for the 412 To-Dos. Thank you for tuning in to your Jagoff Late Night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
This is Joel Lindsey. Find me on Instagram at Joel Lindsey, singer-guitarist. And I'm going to play my original song. The song is called If You've Got Something to Say, Just Say It. It's morning in the kitchen, cold breakfast, silent treatment. Let's begin this fight last night. It can only mean we're turning back in time again. Coffee's on the table, and suddenly the words are coming hot. Well, it's 9 a.m. I now felt it when she said I can't be something that I am not. Skip the niceties, skip the beat, take it up to level 10. Well, she's redlining, attempts to climb in, too late to try to bring it down again. Neither her nor me would never pictured seeing a day as dark as this. You can't patch it up or talk your way out, shout louder with a makeup kiss. Said the reason that I want you is the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. You've heard it all before, I know. The reason that I want you is the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. If you've got something to say, just say it. 2 nights passed and we both had a chance to contemplate the whole mess we made. Digest the aftertaste. I don't have the energy or time to waste. No, typically, normally we find a common ground, a way to work it out. But in the back of my mind, I'm wondering if it's too late to turn this sinking ship around. I text, she ghosts, no answer. I'm the most forgiving man, but understand I can't stand you while you keep the upper hand. I call a voicemail, leave a message to tell you now. If I could talk to you, I tell you there's no way in hell that I am walking out. It's the reason that I want you, it's the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. You've heard it all before, I know. The reason that I want you is the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. If you've got something to say, just say it. little time out, we can catch our breath. A little moment, we can see what's left. The corners of your mouth turn up, what's next? Try to make a smile, that's a reset press. So much potential, but we don't change. So much easier to eat the pain. We're no good for each other, she cries in vain. We've never been good at goodbyes, but wait, something's different this time, isn't it? Feeling it down to the pavement. Give me the chance to build and grow. Too little, too late, see you late, she goes. Too mad and irate, she done so done. Out the door and away she runs. Silence chills me to the bone. You know it hurts like a bullet when you're all alone. The reason that I want you is the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. You've heard it all before, I know, I know. The reason that I want you is the reason I should go. Hold on to me, hold on to me. If you've got something to say, just say it.
I take back whatever I said. I'm a Beatles fan because you are my new absolute favorite. I just want you to perform every single week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everybody who came on. The ladies from the library do amazing things. Check them out. And our new friends from Veg Fair and Veg Fest. Check that out. Everything's happening April 26th. Thanks to Michaela, to Johnny, and to Tracy. And our amazing new food, Anita, you rock. Have an amazing weekend and watch your Jagoff Late Night.